Today, I will be introducing you to a wonderful and transformative practice called the Observer Method. This technique is one of the 212 practices from the ancient Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, a text revered for its timeless wisdom. It is also one of the earliest forms of meditation, and today I am happy to be sharing it with you. The Observer Method is very simple, so simple that many have totally underestimated it. Sometimes I feel it is even hidden behind its simplicity. The technique is about observing your breath. You don't need to control it or force it. Just breathe naturally and relax. Just observe your breath. When your thoughts drift, and they will, gently bring them back and bring the focus to your breath. This practice is not about perfection. It is about presence. And bringing yourself back is an essential part of the practice. I have created a guided meditation to help you slowly ease into the process. It will be available to you in the chat. And now, it is story time. Once upon a time there was a wise and noble king. His name was Janak. He was known for his curiosity about life's deepest truths. One night, as he lay asleep in his huge and decorated bed and wrapped in silk sheets, he fell asleep. He had a dream. It was so vivid that he was shaken to his core. In the dream, King Janak was not a king. He was a poor beggar, begging for food. He was sitting on the side of a busy street with a worn-out wooden bowl, begging for alms. He looked down into his bowl and he saw a thin layer of dust. And as he brushed away the dust, he suddenly heard a scream and people shouting. There was panic and chaos as people ran to the side of the street. Before he could make any sense of what was happening, he saw a massive black bull charging down the narrow street, its hooves thundering like an approaching storm. The dream was so vivid that he could see the bull's bloodshot eyes burning with rage and sweat dripping from its nostrils. It charged towards him. King Janak froze, unable to move. He couldn't breathe. The bull lowered its head, its sharp horns pointing directly at him, and just as it was about to strike, he woke up. Janak gasped for air. He broke out in sweat, his heart pounding in his chest. He was back in his royal bed, surrounded by the soft glow of dawn. Servants hurried about, announcing, "The king is awake." But despite the familiarity of his surroundings, King Janak felt disoriented. The dream had been so real. The fear, the desperation, the bull, everything. It lingered in his mind like a shadow. And as he sat up, a question arose within him. Which was real? The dream of being a beggar, or this waking life as a king? Unable to shake the question, the king sought answers. He called upon the wisest sages in his kingdom, asking each of them, "When I was dreaming, it felt so real. And now that I'm awake, this feels just as real. Which one is true? But nobody could give him a satisfactory answer. Finally, the great sage Ashtavakra visited the king. The king posed the same question to him, expecting another incomplete answer. Ashtavakra smiled and said, "Both are real. When you are dreaming, that is real. When you are awake, this is real. What changes is not the reality, but your state of awareness." Hearing this, a deep stillness settled over King Janak. He was intrigued by the sage's simple answer. He realized that the nature of reality was not tied to the dream or to the waking world, but to the one who experiences both. It is the experiencer or the observer who is consistent in both. Moral of the story: don't take life too seriously. It is as fleeting as a dream. Allow some space for quiet contemplation. Today, find a comfortable place where you won't be disturbed. Begin with just 2 minutes of observing your breath, initially with the guided meditation, and then, if it feels right, and gradually extend to 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Trust in the simplicity of this practice, and let's take the first step together. I have added the 2-minute guided meditation. Remember, we have a live workshop on Thursday, and I look forward to seeing you there. If you have any questions, you can either drop them in the chat or you can come on Thursday and ask them there. I look forward to seeing you then. Goodbye.